Thank you so much for tuning in and watching another video. This week, I'm kind of playing in with the whole life hack idea. There's so many life hack videos, and even for BMX, there's so many life hack videos. Unfortunately, most videos some of them were like funny videos, others didn't really show you what they call life hack. It's like people aren't taking it seriously. I mean, this is a pretty serious business. Stuff I've learned over the years, and it can save you time. And I had a really big list and stuff you could do. I split it down to 5 life hacks, and I hope you guys like them and can actually use them. So one of the things I hate the most when riding in the summer, and I think most of you agree, sweaty hands. I don't really get affected by sweaty hands that much. In some cases I'd lend out my bike to my friend, and then I get my bike back and my grips are soaking wet because he had really sweaty hands. One of the most easiest things you can do, it's a really easy solution, is wear gloves. A different solution than riding the gloves, and this is where the life hack comes into place. It's baby powder. I think you Americans call it talcum powder. You put some on your hand, you rub it in, and you got talcum powder on your hands, but it kind of absorbs your sweat, or it prevents your hands from sweating. If you don't have talcum powder or don't want to buy talcum powder, just getting dirt off the ground or off your tires and putting it on your hands, that works as well. I'm just a fan of talcum powder. I'm blurry. So it's time for life hack number 2. The thing it's starting to rain again. So what some people find the most annoying thing to put on their bike, it's grips. And there's a lot of ways to put on your grips. You can use air pressure, you can use water. I've seen people put on their grips with zip ties. I'm a big fan of using stuff that you can find in everyone's house. Easiest thing to put on your grips with is WD-40. It's the easiest, but it's not the best. The best stuff to use is brake cleaner. What you do, you get your grip and you have your brake cleaner. You soak the inside of your grip and then slide it on. And the thing is, brake cleaner evaporates in about 30 seconds to a minute. And the good thing is, it's locked in place. So that's what everyone wants, I guess. On to the next life hack. This next life hack is a bit technical. And the reason I'm saying technical is because it's about truing a wheel. Now, if you know how to true a wheel, you probably already know this life hack. If you don't and you're just figuring out and you're watching YouTube videos on how to true a wheel, I'm going to show you how to true a wheel without a truing stand. If you don't know what a truing stand is, it looks a bit like this. So what a truing stand does, it kind of figures out your wheel and how much your wheel moves from side to side. If you don't have a truing stand, the easiest next step is a zip tie. And why zip tie, you might ask? Well, because you can use your forks, but you can also use the rear triangle of your bike as a truing stand. So you put the zip tie around your front forks. You kind of determine where your wheel is according to the zip tie. And you take these and you cut it off. And you can see the distance your wheel moves opposite of the zip tie. Make sure you know how to true a wheel before you do so. If you don't have a truing stand, you use my way. Life hack number 4. I'm having fun doing this video. We all know that when you ride BMX and you wear pads, I recommend you wear pads just for your safety. And if you want to enjoy riding your bike for a long time, you might as well wear pads. So the problem is, when you wear pads, you're gonna sweat. So if you're like me, you're pretty poor at having them dry and air out after you ride. Eventually, you're gonna start smelling your pads. And there's not much you can do against it. If you wash your pads, large chance you're gonna smell the sweat even though you washed them pretty good. What some people think might help is putting them in the freezer. I never tried it before, but I always thought putting your pads in the freezer might actually work. I don't know if it affects your food safety though. Unfortunately, what happens is when the pads cool down, the bacteria, they go dormant, so you won't smell them anymore, but they're still there. As soon as you start using your pads again, they heat up, the smell comes back. So that's not gonna help either. Even I didn't really have the answer to this one. I just learned to live with the smell, I guess. I got a really good tip from my friend Albert, and Albert is like the true OG in Dutch BMX. And he's a real MacGyver as well. Look at this. I mean, Albert even uses a wooden jig to keep his handlebars at the same spot when he works on his bike. He's genius. He taught me that before you wash your pads, make sure you let them soak in a bath of water and vinegar. Apparently the smell completely disappears. Thank you for that one, Albert. It's raining again, it's starting to get dark outside. I think it's time I wrap up this video and give you guys the last life hack. This is an important one, but only if you run brakes. For your brakes to work good, the surface on which you brake has to be as clean as possible. What do you do when you're at the skate park? You don't have stuff to clean your brake pads, your rim, whatever, or it just doesn't work. You can use sugary drinks, or even your own spit. Wipe it across the rim, brake works a lot better. But it's limited. This little thing, that little thing, is a block of industrial tar. I think they use this stuff on roofs. I wipe it down my rim, just put on a small little thin line, and it makes your brake pad sticky, like really sticky. It is really important your brake works as good as possible. And even though this tar works really good, it's not really a solution you want to use too often because it's going to make your rim dirty and it's a mess. My good friend Albert came up with another solution. Albert has all the good ideas. Dish soap detergent. You take a small bit of detergent, you put it on your finger. I think the most common detergent in the US is this one. Again, what you do is you put a small little amount on your rim and you spin it. You spin it in order for it to dry. You pull in the brakes just a little bit so it rubs your rim. It works really well and it's gonna last you for months and it doesn't make a mess on your rim either. So me and my dish soap are gonna go clean up the kitchen. I think that's the end of this life hack video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If this is your first time watching, and it probably is, please subscribe to my channel. Please pass it on to all your friends and have a good time. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.